Wife of 5 years cheated, and now I feel absolutely nothing for her. Nothing. And that scares me. I'm sorry man this happened to you. A good thing is that you found out before any children involved. I'm not going to lie man. I would do the same thing and never look back. Though I think eventually you will meet with her and her sob story. I was lonely. It was nothing. I realized I love only you etc. A person capable of hurting you that way worth not another second of your life. As for feeling nothing, is the shock of finding out that the person you loved never existed, is a self-defense mechanism that unfortunately will wear off and the pain will come. Shield yourself with loved ones to get through it. Mourn her then like she died and move on to someone worthy. It's only been 2 days. Maybe you are still in shock. Best advice at this point would be individual counseling. Good luck. The opposite of love isn't hate, it's indifference. As a fellow lawyer, I understand how hard the work-life balance can be. At least you should be able to make a clean break and move on. The lack of hate or anger isn't necessarily a bad sign for you or your future relationships. Just your current marriage. All the best. Sounds like shock. Not the same situation, but lost my dad when I was young. 6 months of numbness. Your body is working, so you can function. It's probably that or breakdown. The breakdown will come. Might not be today or tomorrow, but it will hit you. Make sure you got some supports in place if and when it happens. So sorry. I believe you're still in shock. Betrayal does quite a number to your mental health. The sudden intensity of emotions put you in a numbed state of mind. I've seen posts where people have stayed in a numb state until the act of serving divorce papers causes them to have a breakdown of sadness and anger. I believe you've entered a type of survival mode. I think maybe you have a bunch of questions that you believe won't be answered truthfully. So you've skipped that step entirely and have locked her out so she can't hurt you any more than she has already. It's still fresh, so it isn't uncommon to still be in this state of shock. Infidelity has trauma-like tendencies, where you will find yourself triggered by stuff you never thought twice about before. The fact it happened quite a bit ago makes the hurt almost unbearable, because you feel used and wonder if any of it was real and if she had any other partners. One of the issues is, if she kept this a secret for so long, what else could she be hiding? It is safe to assume she won't readily admit to anything else if she thinks all of the evidence no longer exists. Hang in there. Sorry you going through this. Don't worry bro, you already take good decision. And it's your wake up call bro. God save your remaining life. Don't forgive her. She cheating with you. In dating time that's proof only you get. Maybe she currently cheating on you. Focus on your future and health. Definitely in future you will get best loyal life partner. Cheater always cheating. Keep update. While it is likely that you're still in shock and haven't fully processed it yet, it's also possible that you very quickly came to understand that the person you fell in love with isn't the person she really is, which will make recovery easier. Dude, so sorry this happened to you. Your wife chose to begin your marriage with a lie. Move on and be grateful that you found out before kids came along. I wish you nothing but the best for your future. I experienced something rather similar. Thankfully she confessed before an engagement. It happened in the first few months. The first months I didn't feel much. I switched into a numb, basic survival mode. I cut her out like cancer. Kept busy with work. Sometimes I would run until I could no longer. Each day I would do plus 30 kilometers until my shins would ache. My work excelled. I worked longer hours and my fitness was better than ever. A few months later, once it settled in, I mourned who I thought she was. It reminded me of losing a friend who passed. The same process almost, except she was alive. Somewhere. Her parents said she was waiting for me to reach out when I was ready. She had felt that with honesty, I'd consider a future together, even as friends. I said I'm not friends with those without integrity. I had no place for her in my life. Her father understood me. They gave me a thoughtful parting gift, and I haven't spoken to them since. Since then, I've dated. I'm not jaded, but I'm more discriminating with dating, and find relationships at this point in my life not really appealing. I think what happened is that the emotions got too much, and that click you described was your brain dissociating, so you wouldn't have to feel. It is a very normal reaction. And that doesn't mean that any of the things you've done since then were not right. But I do believe that at some point you will face the hard feelings and not be so indifferent to it. Even though I'd wish that for everyone. That would be the dream. Stay strong. You got this. Numbness can be a gift that helps you handle the immensity of pain that this causes. As long as it doesn't last forever and you eventually grieve your losses, it's not a bad thing. I would say anywhere from 12 hours to as much as 6 months is the normal range I have seen it last. Outside of that time, get a grief counselor to help you work through the loss so that you don't carry the wound she created too much into the rest of your life. So sorry she put you in such an awful place. Good luck. I'm the same way. The moment I've been betrayed or done wrong by someone, I cut them off emotionally. They're literally dead to me inside. This is the best thing to do though, because you remain strong and won't go back to them. Emotions come and go, but try to remain feeling indifferent as much as you can, at least during the divorce process. Good luck. I think you handled it like a boss. Better than those guys you often see that beg to their cheating wife to make it works, because they still love her. According to me, this comes from a severe lack of self-worth, needing the wife to reconcile so they feel some self-worth again. You don't. You know your self-worth, and like a boss you are not giving her a chance to throw lies and stupid tears at you. I'm impressed. If she needs someone to talk to, she can talk to Bob. I read your post, buddy, and I'm really sorry to hear what you're going through. You have surrounded yourself with positivity, and start with Ike. I suspect this may be the tip of the iceberg and you may discover more hurt and pain. Hence the Ike and NC is crucial. As I keep telling myself, always love and look after yourself. After all, you are the most valuable person you know. I don't mean to be a pessimist, but it hasn't hit you yet, most likely. It didn't hit me until well over a year, but I also was in a bizarre fog where he wouldn't leave me alone, and I never really had the ability to heal on my own. He was constantly supervising me as I healed. It was not a good place. The good news is that it likely won't take that long, as you have separated yourself from her. Sounds like you're in the best place and headspace, Opus. What she did was / is unforgivable. One other thing, is Bob married, or does he have a so? If so, he shouldn't walk away from this unscathed. Blow his world up. There are a number of positives to your predicament. You are still young. Win. You don't have children. Win. No property. Win. You've discovered this. Win. Because there is no doubt that, if Bob came back on the scene, they would be at it again. I know that you can't fully understand how you are feeling about her now. Don't rule out a sudden and cataclysmic relapse. Good luck. Sorry this happened, but the ride is definitely not over, my friend. This is the part of the roller coaster that is going straight before it hits the next turn. Keep those good people around you and stay strong. You're not broken. It just happens. The love just pours out from you. Married 25 years. I found out she was cheating, and when I saw her, nothing but hate. My love for her was gone. Didn't and couldn't touch her. And hell no. Sleeping in the same bed. I kicked her out of my bed. I got a lawyer and divorced. It turned into a hate war. It's been 21 years now since the divorce. I have not communicated to her since the divorce. Even through the divorce it went through the lawyers. The weird thing was, why was she so hateful? I didn't cheat. You are in shock. Like people who suffered a huge wound and don't feel any pain right away. Your mind is protecting you right now by shutting down your emotions. I want to highly encourage you to see a counselor and ask there for support. The emotions will come, but right now you got some time to prepare. She is actually doing you a favor once you learn to look at it this way. You are being freed to find a woman that will care about you. The best gift she can give you is the chance to find someone worth spending the rest of your life with. My ex-GF gave me that gift, and today I'm with a woman that cares about me and is there for the highs and the lows, and when things go bad we are each other's rock. If I needed my ex, she wouldn't have been there for me in my darkest time. I'm sorry this is happening to you, brother. It seems like you are in a state of shock. Usually everyone feels something in these situations, so don't be surprised if it doesn't hit you hard soon. Stay strong and keep us updated on what is transpiring. It's likely a mixture of shock and also what happens when love bonds are broken. They sever and you can't really turn them back on after that. Don't be too worried about it. That's a similar experience that I went through, and it's part of the grief process. You will have times when you do feel the emotion quite heavily, and other times when you're angry, and others when you're just faded out in the background and not feeling much at all. I'm so sorry you, like so many of us, were fooled by a very cold and skilled liar. The ones that are able to cheat one day and then come home and lay next to us and look in our eyes and tell us how much they love us in such a believable way. They are most definitely the ones that aren't worth another minute of our lives. I agree with others about the numbness being a defense mechanism. In time, it will wear off and you will have to face your grief. Please listen to me. Men are really good at compartmentalizing in general, and lawyers even more than most. There is a good chance that you can close off the grief that would take over the numbness, seal it off for good, and move on like you were never bothered. Please don't let this happen. You need to deal with the grief when it does come. Go to therapy, talk to your friends and family, read, meditate, let yourself feel it, so you can overcome it and let it go. I realize it might sound crazy, given the two options, feel the pain or keep the numbness, but you deserve a happy future, eventually with someone who isn't a lying, cheating asshole. Don't skip the necessary part of grieving the partner you thought you married. Best of luck, Opus. You sound like a strong man, and you have access to the best resources to cut through the red tape and end things without all the headache that a lot us face. Just keep your focus on your career, your future, and your loved ones, and you'll be just fine. I think it's messed up that you realized she had been using going to her sister's house as an excuse, and when you found out she had told you she was going to her sister's house. How often did she go to her sister's and mother's house since married? Dude, you straight up handled this like a boss. I have watched so many people I know go through this, and they were all a mess. The opposite of love isn't hate, it's complete indifferent. If you can jump straight to that, more power to ya. The silver lining is that this will probably drive that woman insane. Tell her parents why you are divorcing her. You've reached the point where many here have prayed to reach the second they found out. Unbeknownst to you, you are already on the path of healing. After all the legal mumbo jumbos, you'd find nothing much but relief and appreciation, even when it is hard to find. You have nothing to worry, my friend. Just do as you do, and you'll be fine. I'm so sorry this happened to you. I hope you get to heal soon, and that life will treat you better than this going forward. As for that numbness, it's I think due to the shock / the brain not yet processing what happened. I always feel the same way after any breakups. At first I don't feel anything, and then after some time either sadness or anger or both come. Take some time for yourself. Treat yourself and do not think this is somehow your fault. It really isn't. I'm so sorry this happened to you. That's such a shitty thing to do.